Hello and welcome to this week's episode of Uncorked with Funny Wine Girl. This is Funny Wine Girl, aka Janine Luby, and it is October, all things Halloween, although I feel like we've been celebrating and preparing for Halloween since July, because that's how it works in this day and age. But I have got some special treats in store for you guys this week and next week. So next week, I have a scary story I've been writing and working on. So that will be next Thursday, October 27th. This week, and I should say that tarot card readings are not like any form of dark magic or whatever, but I thought we could have some fun with tarot cards. And my friend Michelle Morgan did a reading for me, probably, gosh, it's been several months. And for those of you who didn't listen, you should check it out. It was pretty damn good. It was close. It was right on. So tonight we have a special treat though. Michelle's going to do another reading for me, and she's also going to do a reading for her black cat named Pumpkin. We are not shitting you. That is the name of the cat. It is a black cat. Check it out. And for those of you who listen, that's awesome. But check out the YouTube video because you will get to see Pumpkin. You'll get to see our fun attire. I'm wearing my Halloween hat. I never wear eye makeup, and I wouldn't, of course, go out in this unless I was going to a Halloween ball. Michelle's done up, and I've got my witch's martini glass that I'm drinking Gewürztraminer out of, and I had an apple cider donut before, and part of an apple crumb because I am that kind of a pig. So I welcome my dear friend who I've known. I always like to say how I know my guests. Michelle and I did improv together. That's how we met in Scranton at the good old Chris Barnesy Comedy Dojo way back when. And sadly for me, not sadly for Michelle, she has moved to Colorado and we miss her here. And I miss getting together with her for sushi and drinks and chit chat, but she is happy in Colorado. So welcome, Michelle Morgan.
Hello. I also have a festive glass.
I love that. That is so damn cute.
And there is wine in there. I have some Merlot.
Excellent. I should tell you at my recent comedy show, I revealed something that almost brought the house to its knees. And I know you'll forgive me for this. I don't like cats. And I think you know this about me.
I used to not like them until I moved here. I used to be a dog person and they just grew on me. They were my boyfriends.
And you know what? It's funny. I say that, but the thing is, I really don't mind cats. It's the stray cats. Granted, has kind of a big stray cat problem. And I don't like having a ton of them in my yard. And it's like, I'm entitled to not want them in my yard. People lose their shit. They're like, don't be mean to them. I'm like, I'm not stoning them, but I am chasing them out of my yard. But I will admit, for years, I said, I don't like cats, but I will tell you, I am much more bark than I am bite because almost all of my friends through the years have had cats, and cats know, because cats are jerks, as we know. Every household I've gone to, the cats will jump up on me, and I have pet sat them and I have petted them and they've gotten under the blanket with me. So I'm kind of a softie, but I don't really choose them first and foremost. But I get them, like you're living with the cat. And of course, now you probably love Pumpkin, right?
Well, we actually have a problem here too with stray cats and everything. And that isn't fair to people. And plus, it's not even fair to the cats because they can get diseases and things like that. But interestingly enough, our little Pumpkin over here, I was outside last year and I was with my boyfriend and we heard like this crying and we're like, is that a cat? Is that a baby? And it was him. Someone put him in a garbage bag and left him in a dumpster.
Oh my God.
It's one thing not like stray cats. There's another thing to do something not nuts. So he was a kitten and we took him in and obviously kept him separate from the other cat and then had him checked out by a vet and vaccinated. But yeah, he's my little dumpster baby.
Oh my God. I'm thinking of, is it Prom Night Dumpster Baby from Family Guy?
I haven't seen that, but yeah, no, and he's been such a good little kitty and we're happy to have him and all is well.
That's good. No, and that, like I said, it's just we're in such extremes anymore, and I won't go off topic, but it's like you say one thing and people jump to the other. It's like I said I don't like them in my yard. It doesn't mean I'm going to kill them, and I would never do anything to harm them. But like people who feed them behind their house, and then there's like 10 in the neighborhood, it's like I know they mean well, but really like Scranton has well, it's not even free anymore. This clinic at the old Naog Zoo part of it, and you could take them to get spayed. They need to be spayed and neutered. I mean, they just have to be like, that's
And
the responsible thing to do.
and like that feline leukemia is so contagious. So a lot of these cats that, you know, you think you're helping or whatever, they're running wild, and God forbid they could get rabies, they could get feline leukemia. Some people try to steal them for like dog fight bait.
Oh,
It's really sad. And
ugh.
my cats, they're both indoor cats. Like they never go outside. We don't feel like it's safe for them.
Yeah, and that makes sense. I have a neighbor who, and then I'll shut up after this, but she has these cats that she lets roam the streets, and then she goes looking for them to give them their medicine. I'm like, are you freaking kidding me? Keep them in the house. How about that?
Yeah, yeah. No, she's got like a dinner bell, like triangle.
Yeah.
She's
He
ringing it.
needs
She's
his
like,
medicine.
freaking diabetes.
You and Wilfred Brimley, we got to give you your shots.
Got the face like them. Yeah, no. My kitties stay inside.
Yes.
I'm not with that philosophy of letting them roam.
You're a good pet owner. Okay, I'll get off my high horse, cat, dog, little sayings here. You did my reading. I can't remember how many months ago, but it was good. It was like, I think toward the beginning of the year, and it was like really right on with what was going on with my life. It was a really good one.
I think it was before you went on vacation to visit Oliver.
Yeah, I think it was maybe in January or February or even March, maybe.
Yeah. And I did one too for someone who watches the podcast, and she, like, I've kept in touch with her here and there. She was like, "You did awesome. It was true." And I was like, "You're welcome. Thank you."
That's right. She won Pam, she won the oh gosh, the contest.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, that's great. I'm so glad she had a good time with that. That's awesome. So for those who didn't listen before, and many of you may know tarot card readings, maybe you've had it done, maybe you've been curious. Just to give people an idea, and especially if they didn't listen before, Michelle, just tell us a little bit about how you define it, like what your definition of it. If someone was to say, well, what's a tarot card reading? Tell us what you say to that. And then just a little bit about how you got into it, why you do it.
Well, for me, I think everybody has like their own opinion. Some people just think it's entertainment value, how you interpret it. I kind of feel like it's almost like a subconscious thing. Like if we can remember every single thing, but then it gets stored away in our subconscious, I kind of feel like if you're doing the cards, something will trigger, and it's almost like having a dream. And then you'll look at it and you'll be like, oh, I kind of get that from the picture, the meaning behind it. And I've been doing it since I was a teenager. And so I've been doing it quite a while. I always do it for fun and stuff like that. I'm not actively charging anyone or something. I might in the future, but right now it's for fun. And yeah, so, and I like it.
Now, have you done, it's interesting. My one good friend that Sharon, I've been friends with since high school. Her daughter, it makes me feel really old. Her daughter is now like 21. She'll be 22 in March. We were at this like Halloween festival recently, and there were tarot card readers, and she's telling me and Sharon, she's like, oh, don't pay somebody. I'll do I could do readings. And it's like, oh, wow. She's doing readings. Have you ever done readings for like your mom or anybody? Like, do you do them for a lot of people who are close to you, or do you mostly do them for yourself?
I think almost like anything, like you kind of like if you take a break, you have to like kind of go back into it. So like I'll practice on myself. I have done them for friends. I know one time you had a party and I came over and I did them for some people. So it is, and I've had friends of mine who know that I do them, and they'll reach out to me privately and say, just kind of want to get an idea what's going on with this situation or that situation. And, I'm always happy to help them. And usually it seems like it does help them. So that feels good.
And are there different, like, there are different decks that you get? So like some people say, oh, I use this deck or that. So can that be different? Like the pictures on the cards and things like that?
Well, there are all different types of decks. I used um oh wait, what's that name? Gosh, you think I know it. The writer one, which is typically the most common one. I did get like a version though of it from like the 70s because I just kind of like, the 70s aesthetic. So
Yes.
vintage looking, and I really like them. But it's the same as those. And then there are different types of tarot cards too, where it doesn't use, say, the typical like deck and like, cups and things like that, where it could be and I've never used them, but when I was getting a reading, someone did where it'll come up with like motivational things you might need to hear. Or another deck they had was Charka, like like I've not it might not even be saying that right, but kind of like where to focus. Like, are you having like trouble mentally, trouble, heartache wise?
Oh, the chakras, maybe.
Yeah. I had someone use that once, and that was really interesting. And then another thing I remember someone had was they had like a really cute, almost like a little like decorative bowl. Inside of it were tons of little charms. And so she'd pull out one, and like the one she pulled out the one time, it was actually it was a birthday reading for me. She like pulled out like a little like fake, I would assume fake sapphire. And I'm like, my birthday's coming up. That's my birthstone. So there's different ways to kind of channel it. I've just always sort of done it the traditional way.
Okay. And that's kind of fun. I guess obviously everyone has their own signature or their own style of doing it. So that's cool. And I should say, Michelle mentioned Sapphire. The two of us are both Virgos. So, and I'm sure we've talked about this before. We have some of the similar traits and some of the, what they say is true for the Virgo. And I think some of them are right on. I don't know about all of them, but some of them are right on that we share.
Yeah.
So now you tell me what you need to get started on the reading, and I will turn it over to you for the reading.
All right. Well, first, just like back to astrology, that's also something I'm really into. And I can sort of tell like who you're kind of get along with and not so much. But yeah, no, today we'll concentrate on the tarot reading. And so what I was thinking of doing for you is pulling some cards, and we'll see if they're a trick or if they're a treat, like up until the new year. So like from
Okay.
until New Year's or 2023, just see like what tricks and treats pop up, like some good things that are going to happen, and then maybe some tricks or obstacles that you might have coming up. And at least you'll be prepared. So
That will be good.
yeah, you'll know what's coming.
Yeah, sometimes you want to know and sometimes you don't.
I'm a knower. Like, I don't like surprises. I don't like any of that. That's a tarot thing. I want to know. I want to know. I have my cards, my vintage cards, and
I love it.
Here, I'm gonna take it out. And also, that's a candy dish with a cat, and then that's Pumpkin up there, and he's taking a nap. He's
gonna say he's really calm now. My gosh, he's totally like, yeah, whatever, girls.
He's like, she's having a meeting. Great.
As many cats, although many cats throughout the pandemic, right, were crawling across the keyboards, right, with their tails in the air.
That's why I set up early. He got it out of his system. He was up on the laptop. He was trying to drink out of my Merlot mug. So he got it out of his system. All right, and I'll push this down a little. Pumpkin's still up there though, but I had one just fall right out. So I'm gonna grab that. And see, that's to me, and everybody's different. I'll rummage, like I'll shuffle them and stuff. And if something pops out to me, that's the sign that this is like, hey, you, attention right now. So let me grab that one. Let's see. It is the King of Swords upside down. So to me, anything upside down is a trick, pretty much. But to me, that would be an obstacle, I think. And usually it's something like you're going to go through something to me, emotional or some sort of strife, like with a relationship, someone with the opposite sex, there's going to be like, you know, not necessarily anything horrible, but there's going to be a point where, you know, you're going to have to confront something that's bothering you or an ongoing issue or whatever. So
that card could be accurate for the past 8 years, but okay.
Mean little man. No. But yeah, no. So that just is kind of like, that is not a treat. That is a current. So let's hope we get a treat now. Let's see what we got. Ooh, another one popped out.
Oh man, they're like, pay attention, bitch. I want to talk.
Well, this one's a good one. This one is a treat. And you could even tell, because you got, look at how happy that is. The naked, we could do it out with the sun. That is a treat for sure. So like I'm just doing these like as general, not like as far as like linear or anything like that. So it's not like this happens first, then that happens, just in general. And to me, having the sun, like that's a really good card. That is a treat. That is a treat. That is, you know, usually like something comes up like that's like blooming, like you need the sun to like, you know, crops and all that stuff. I'm not a farmer, obviously. But yeah, no, it means to me that something is growing and it's going to come into fruition before the end of the year. And that could be a friendship, something business-wise, but something really positive is going to be coming through soon. Like, and this is like kind of like an after the harvest card too. So I would think like maybe around winter too, if I had to give it a timeline, like after the fall, something's going to come together.
Oh, I like it. Okay, that's good.
And then that one jumped out too. It felt bad about before. It was like, wait, we got some good news.
Yeah, that is a happy looking card. And I don't even know anything about these cards, but it's like, wow, that looks nice. Yeah, a really happy looking card. Yeah.
Yeah. And that's the other thing too. A lot of times, and see, this is not something I'm so well versed in, but a lot of people, like for example, this has 5 sunflowers on it. And I never got too deep into it. Maybe in the future I will, but that might recommend something to do with the number 5 or something like that. But to me, I take it as a harvest card, a positive thing. And, you know, so I would say something good coming up after fall, like
okay,
winter.
I love the sunflowers too. I love Van Gogh, and he painted a lot of those. They're awesome. Okay.
All right, let's do another one. Trick or treat. Ooh, we got a couple that came out.
Oh boy.
2. So since these 2 came out together, I'm going to see what they are, but I wonder if they're linked to one another. So maybe something, you know, like this one might be linear because they came out together. This one looks bad, but it's not bad because it's reversed. This usually is like heartache and all kinds of bad stuff. But since it is reversed, that kind of means that something's going to change. Like a situation where, you know, say there's a broken heart or, you know, something's not working out, that like it's something like emotionally, romantically is going to work itself out. So that's good. That does look like a trick, you know, that
does look scary.
but this way it means it's reversing something. Heartache and everything is going to go away.
Okay.
Is good. Then the other one, ooh, interesting.
Oh boy.
Got the Magician. You've gotten the Magician before, I think.
I thought so. Yes.
Yeah, this is like your 3rd Magician. And that actually is a really, really, really good card. And that's sort of like someone who, you know, he has all the signs with them and things like that. So to me, I take that as a treat that like, you're going to have some weird, like maybe possible, like not so fun, emotional thing go on or whatever. But then you get the magician. So it's like everything sort of is gonna like pan out. And again, there's harvests. And so like it's kind of interesting to see you have these two that came out and they're up to like I have them the right way, yeah. And like they're both very, very positive cards. And to me, I would take it as the one is a project, and it's gonna be something that you're sort of, since you got the magician, that like you are in charge of. Like this is gonna be something for you that comes through that you're working on. And then, like I said, and it's interesting too, because both of these are swords. So this is like upside down sword. So like bad situation, upside down part, that means like repair, like something's going to come through.
Interesting.
I like that. You'll have to keep posted.
I like that magician there. What's coming out of the hat? Is there rabbits coming, or the rabbit doesn't die? I know that.
Well, I'll send you too a link, and I'll send you a couple pictures of it, because this is like my 70s version. Well, actually, hold on. I have a deck right behind me that is the one people use. Let me just grab it. He's usually always on the cover, so the magician's a big deal.
Oh wow, he's a big to do.
He is a big to do.
Wow, it looks like an emperor or something. He's like, shh, be quiet, crowd.
I got this. I got my sword, my pentacle, and so like that's what it's supposed to mean too. Is that like swords usually represent like something negative, something emotional. The wands are very nature. Pentacles usually are money related. Cups a lot of time is emotional, and he's got his little magic wand there. He's got some craziness going on over. So it's kind of like he's in charge of pulling all the elements together. So it's a very good card. Like I said, he's on the cover.
That's important when you're on a cover of anything. I mean, hey, I haven't been on too many covers myself or any.
Well, I just think too, like how I watch my reality shows and stuff. And recently I watched one that was like an old Housewives episode, and she was going to like do this magazine thing. And she's like, I'm not doing it if I'm not on the cover. On the cover.
Sorry, bitch. The magician's on the cover. Better luck next time.
But yeah, and two, I'll do one more, just like see if I can just get something light or cute. Because it's not that those actually, it was positive, but let me just see if we got one last one for you. See what pops up. I use my chest to.
When you got a shelf, you got to put it to use. I just poured wine down my boobs, and I'm not even doing it for dollars. Oh my God.
Oh, this is the last one, and it popped out, and it's good. This is very good. 4 of Pentacles right side up, and I was just saying how that's about money and things like that. It might have something to do with the number 4 as well, but it seems like something's going to pan out financially, something positive. And it might not be something huge, but something good. And with the way it is, it's kind of like it was something that this person was thinking about doing or in the process of doing. Since it's by their chest, something that means something to them. And then there's the grounding there where it's so yeah, no, that's a treat. We ended on a treat.
That's very cool. I like that one a lot. I like the idea of may not be huge, but something to help as I make a living. Yeah, with my gig life. And there's always something I'm trying out. I love that one. That's great. Thank you.
Yeah. So you had a pretty good trick or treat round of events.
Yes, not too many tricks, and they're nothing too bad anyway. A lot of good treats.
Yes.
I like that. I like that a lot. I don't like that I just literally missed my mouth and spilled wine. Not that I care about sitting here in a wet shirt. And again, I should be making money on this. Where's my camera? Where's not only fans or fans only? But the wine, I don't want to waste my Gewürztraminer. What is wrong with me?
Well, I bought a little thing of boxed Merlot. So spill away.
Keep it going. Yeah. So we are going to is Pumpkin sleeping or now let me ask you. So have you ever done a cat's tarot reading before?
I didn't necessarily do a reading for a cat, but when my cat passed last year, there was this cat that I saw at the shelter that I really wanted, and I already named him. And my boyfriend had a bad feeling about it, and he was like, no, we're not going to do that. I think our other cat would need a kitten, and I'm like, well, I'm going to ask the tarot. So like I did a tarot card reading, and it was kind of like basically saying like, don't get that cat, wait, something's going to come around, like relax. And I'm like, I'm going to do it again. And I basically got the same thing, but with different cards. And like one of them was the same. So I told my boyfriend that he had won this esoteric game, getting the new cat. And funny enough, I think one of the cards had a black cat on it. And then about a month or two later, that's where we found that little guy in the dumpster. So I was like, not necessarily for a cat, but
it was around the idea, the energy around
yeah.
the cat and wanting your
and
cat.
I was kind of concentrating on my cat who passed because he also was like Persian. He looks like the diabetes guy. So I'm like, eyes. So I was kind of reaching out to him, and I'm kind of like, I can't call you. Like we couldn't really speak English prior, but what's your take on this? And that was the reading I got twice. So I was like, all right.
And you waited, you were patient, and now you have Pumpkin. I can't believe someone put him in a dump. I mean, I guess I shouldn't say I can't believe because there are horrible people out there who do horrible things to animals and to humans, but it's just sad to hear about it like that. That's
especially too, and I don't know what the situation was, but take it to a shelter.
Yeah.
And don't even leave it outside because it can get hurt. It could get picked up by someone with dog fights. It could get attacked by a dog. It could spread disease. Like people really need to get their crap together when it comes to that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
That is not a treat.
No, that is not a treat at all. No, take care of your animals and be kind, please. So thankfully, though, you rescued him. So you've got Pumpkin. And do you need him awake and alert? Or can you just kind of do the reading and tell him about it later? Because he's like totally snoozing there.
Well, I'm going to see if I can wrangle my boyfriend and to at least get a little close up of him.
Yeah, we just want to see his little face, although he really does look like he's napping.
Punky. Let me see.
Oh, the ears are up.
Punky. Hey, Pumpkin. Look over this way. Want to say hi?
Pumpkin. Hi, Pumpkin. Oh, hi. Oh, hi, Pumpkin. I see your eyes. Hi.
Pumpkin, I'm going to do a reading for you, okay? You think you're going to get a treat or a trick? Like this. Not to sleep, lady.
Aw, well, thanks for lifting your head up, Pumpkin. We're happy to see you. He's like, okay, enough of that. Clearly, we're over this podcast. Or, oh, did you see my promotion? I thought I was so damn clever.
I loved it. I showed my boyfriend. I'm like, look.
That was an original Funny Wine Girl doodle. I'm so glad I got my stylus pen. No, but it was actually a typo. I can't even take credit. I missed the S and I'm like, oh, podcat. I kind of like that.
Yeah.
So in honor of Pumpkin.
Podcat. Well, he was there the whole time. He just was sleeping.
So what do you think? So, okay. So cats, now he has someplace safe to live. So I'm thinking when you do the reading, what are you looking at for his year ahead or his next several months? He's got you guys, so he's pretty lucky. Is it about treats? Is it about enough naps? Is it about finding mice? What are we talking about here?
Well, fighting mice would be not a treat for me.
No. But if he took care of them for you guys, that would be good.
Right now, our other cat has a hairball and is kind of sick. So he's been kind of down in the dumps. So maybe we'll get some good news about that. Otherwise, it'll be about the most important things to him, which are like food, sleeping. He's got it pretty much made. So
Now, can I go off topic on topic, but off the cards. So a hairball, I've heard about hairballs my whole life. Is it like a buildup of like them
I
from
think
licking themselves, or how does that happen?
I think it's a buildup just from like self cleaning and everything. And the other cat is super, super fluffy. We think he's like a Norwegian forest cat. So he's like, hold on, let me see if Josh, well, just trust me, he's fluffy. And so he does get build up time to time, and he did again. So he's kind of constipated, and we have to like give him medicine, and he doesn't like it, and he's not his usual self. So
Aw.
Pumpkin is a little down in the dumps that his brother is not his normal self.
Oh, well, Pumpkin has empathy. That's nice. So they get along okay though?
Oh my God. I couldn't believe it. And I think because when we had taken him in, we were worried about, what would the other cat think, this or that. But since he had just been in a dumpster, my boyfriend took him in the bathroom to like clean him. And so I grabbed the other cat and I like brought him in, not like close enough that they could catch something, but I wanted him to see like, hey, this is a cat that was in distress and is tiny. It's not a threat or anything like that. And he seemed to like right away click to that. And then once we found out they were okay to mingle together, they were just like he was just kind of like, I'm now going to show you the ways of how to work around here. He was like a mentor. He's like, no more scratching. Not nice. Guess what's nice? Sit up there in the tree and go to sleep.
He seems like he's adjusted quite well, I have to say. He looks happy.
Well, it's funny too, because the window that he's looking out, he's sleeping now, but a lot of times he'll look out and that was the dumpster that he was in. So I always am like, and especially like when they're going to pick up the garbage, he's like up there alert, looking out the window, like, you better not have any cats in there.
He's looking out for his brethren. He's like, okay, please tell me this is not going to happen to another kitty cat.
No, he's on patrol. He's on patrol. And it's funny because like he kind of seemed off the one day about it. And I'm like, what's going on? And I looked and there were like a bunch of raccoons in it.
Oh boy.
I'm like, well, I'm not going to hug them or take them in, but like I put a piece of wood up so they could get out of the dumpster. But
well, that was nice. You helped rescue them anyway.
Yeah. I wasn't going to bring them in and give them.
No, I don't think you want to have the raccoon pets.
No, not at all.
But not happening.
I'm going to start shuffling for my little buddy, see what's in store for him the next couple months. Ooh, this one wants to go. Let's see. We got a couple.
Ooh.
Okay, so this one here, this is going to be a trick card. He's going to do something. He's not going to get his treats.
Uh-oh.
That's like something's being withheld instead of being given as a treat. So he's going to do something. He's
going to be bad boy.
He's going to be bad and he's not going to get a treat. He's been
boy.
Today though, so he will be. But in the future,
trouble's afoot. Uh-oh, Pumpkin. Better think twice.
This one again, troublemaker. These are tricks on now. This is a trick on us. It looks here like he's gonna, and you know what too, we just got a new lamp. He's got and like my boyfriend likes putting up the Christmas tree. That's what this is predicting. He's gonna try to knock down that tree again or knock down the lamp. And see too, the guy looks so sneaky. He's just like, I'm getting away with it. No, you're not.
We know who did it. Yeah, cats seem to like to bat the ornaments around, jump in the tree, knock it all over the place, right?
Yeah, I just remember last year him jumping on it. It just was like, ooh. I'm like, they thought it was like an inexpensive, fake tree. That was a real tree. I'd have to remind him of the dumpster and be like, remember this?
Well, just put him up there and there's a little tree and look out the window and go, do I need to show you that?
Do you remember that place? Because I could take you.
You sit and think about what you did.
This last one is a little bit boring, but so maybe I'll do one more for him. But this one's a good one. And this is, I would take this as a treat. Like, this guy seems like he's trying to behave better and working on his stuff, and he's being rewarded financially. We did just get him a new fountain. So,
ooh, now what does a cat do with a fountain, may I ask? Is he throwing his pennies in it or what?
He's making wishes. He makes wishes. No, it basically is just for them to drink out of. It's like a filtered water system.
Oh, okay.
Instead of just leave it, and like dogs have them and stuff too, but it's just like constantly being cleaned and then put out. So basically he has better water than us.
Good for him.
Good for him.
No more feline disease for you ever.
Ever. Spoiled. All right, and I'll do one more for him.
I just love the sound of it though. We just bought him a new fountain. Oh, I'm picturing like the Bellagio in Las Vegas. I'm like,
Yeah.
It's timed, it's got lights and sound and classical music every day at midnight.
Oh, this is gonna be a treat. Last one for him. Look at that.
Ooh, that's a pretty card though. I like that.
Yeah, that is like a happy family thing. And I do not have 2 children, but I do have 2 cats, and one has black hair and one has blonde hair, just like my cats. And they look very happy.
Yeah, the 10 of Cups. That's a nice family. That's a really, I love that. And I love the 70s vibe there. That it's like rainbowish and like, I'm hearing the Partridge Family in my head. Come on, there's a song, we're singing. Come on, get happy. Okay, no one asked to hear that from me.
But yeah, no, I think that just means that we're going to end our year on a treat. We're going to be happy together. So
that's really nice. And so and the cats get along, which is good. Then hopefully his brother will be feeling better soon.
Yes.
Yes. Very cool. Well, I love it. A lot of the tricks were not so bad and the treats are really nice. So I like that.
I got information that he's going to be misbehaving and try to turn it around at least.
So you're going to keep an eye on Pumpkin and be like, hey, you know what? So can I ask, did you name him Pumpkin because you guys both love Halloween, or how did his name come about?
I love Halloween. My grandfather was born on Halloween, and then a friend of mine was born on Halloween. And I like it. I'm not like one of those obsessed people, but him being a black cat, we were like trying to come up with a name. And at first we thought it was a girl. So we were going to name it like Trixie. And then we found out it was a boy, and we called my aunt and she's like, what about Pumpkin? And we're like, I like that. Pumpkin. So it is a nod to him being a black cat. One we consider that a vet told us was Gomez. Like, people have black cats and name them like Gomez, Morticia, Wednesday. I'm like, 2. We were gonna stick with 2, but yeah, no, I just thought Pumpkin really fit him, and he seems to like it. Punky, look over here.
Pumpkin, hey there. Oh, his head's up, but he's not. Slowly turning. No, maybe not.
He's bathing again.
I was gonna say he's busy licking his fur.
Well, let me just see real quick. I'm gonna see if I could just. He does better with my boyfriend than me, but let me just see. Punky, here a second. Come here. I'm not looking to bother you. Come here, real quick. Well, at least look over here.
Well, we got a nice view of his tail and his butt. He's kind of sticking back there.
There we go.
A nice fluffy tail.
He is. He's a fluffy kitty. He is just, he's not having it. Pull him real quick. Hey, Josh. 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 We're gonna see if we can get him.
Okay, we've got the cat wrangler. Josh is in the house.
He is. Just
Boy,
come over to say hi, Pumpkin.
once he was comfy up there, he did not want to come down. Hey, Pumpkin. We just wanted to see your pretty face. Everyone wants to take. Oh, look at those eyes. Oh, now he's going to check it out.
Now he is. He's like, what's going on, everybody?
Hey, did you hear your tarot card reading? Did you like it?
He's like, I knew that was going to happen. I planned on it. I planned on being bad.
You're going to be a bad boy. You're getting in trouble.
But
Beautiful eyes.
Oh, he's a cutie. He's a cutie. And you know what? He'll, as soon as I take away that candy thing, he'll be sitting there all night just looking at the camera posing now.
Like, what? Who wants to see me? Like, no, you're too late.
Too late.
So what are, as we get ready to close up here, do you guys do anything fun for Halloween?
I'm going to have work on Halloween.
Oh, man.
So I am going to get a lot of tricks and treats at my line of work, I'm sure, with it being Halloween.
Oh, boy.
In a hospital, I'm sure there will be many spooky things.
Now you are, if we may say, you're in the emergency room area, right? Or no?
Yes. Yeah. I'm not a nurse, anything up to that speed, but I do admissions and check in people, and I'm on call, and no one, like everyone, a lot of people have their kids and stuff, so they took it off to do fun stuff, but I'm gonna be the one.
Oh boy.
So their insurance on Halloween.
You'll be getting all of the people who did stupid tricks that they thought might be a treat that turned out really badly.
Yeah. And it'll be my first Halloween there. So
well, hello.
No, I'm expecting nothing but the best.
Yeah. Well, I don't think you'll be bored anyway, right?
No.
Will you be able to bring your black cat mug with some Merlot? Probably not, I'm guessing.
I can put coffee in it. That's allowed, but yeah, no
Merlot.
Around till I get home.
And do you work like nighttime shift or?
Yeah, I work 6 p.m. to 6 a.m. So,
oh boy.
Depending on how Halloween goes, it might be a morning treat before I go to bed.
Well, I really do hope the best for you. Like I said, I don't think you're going to be bored, but hopefully it will be nothing too crazy that gets out of hand or anything like that.
And I love the job too. I'm very happy to have it. It'll just be an interesting. I just hope the Great Pumpkin doesn't show up or bad news about him.
No Freddy or Jason or Michael Myers.
And I hope no one shows up to the ER to actually trick or treat. Like you don't take your kids somewhere else. Like, oh, here's some saline solution. Oh, do you want a mask with teddy bears on it? You got it.
Got any cotton balls or gauze pads back there?
We'll wrap up your arm like a mommy.
Yeah. Hopefully you won't get anyone trick or treating.
Well, I would just be like, do you want COVID? Like, what are you looking for, kid?
Yeah, that's no treat. You don't want that.
That is a trick that no one wants.
Oh man. Yeah, hopefully it'll be nice and somewhat calm anyway, but so will you do anything, like do you have anything planned beforehand in any way that you'll actually get to celebrate, or will be watching any kind of like scary movies or anything fun?
Well, I've been doing scary movies all month with my boyfriend, and we've been enjoying that. I'm trying to think of what we saw a newer one. We saw the remake of Hellraiser.
Oh, I've been seeing ads for that. Okay.
I didn't really like it, but so yeah, we do like doing we actually film my little pumpkin here with like movie treat snacks and everything, and we have that filled and we watch our movies and snacks. So and decorations and, so we do have a fun time, but nothing specific really.
I totally dig that. I love decorating for Halloween. My mom does too. On front porch, we got the lights on, we got pumpkin decorations, and I have a little ghost guy on the front porch and all that. And I used to love for years, I used to love throwing a party for Halloween. You've come to my party a
Yeah,
couple
they were
times.
a lot of fun.
They were, and then they stopped being fun. But no, they were fun for a long time. And my friend Kristen, this is like our famous friendship. She'd always be like, "Why are you dressing up as something scary or ugly?" And I'm like, she's like, "Why don't you want to be something pretty?" And I was always like, because you can dress pretty any day of the year. I loved being spooky shit. I loved having like fake blood or something gory. I loved that. But she'd show up as like maybe a princess or something, or the people who
It's
would come to my,
Princess Jasmine again.
yeah, I know, like, oh no, now this year you're Princess Arabelle or whatever. It's like, okay, people who
Oh,
would
it's
say,
Beauty from Beauty and the Beast again. Which one is she?
let's just swap out the dress and the hair color. But the people who would say, oh, we're coming, do we have to dress up? Oh God, I hated that question. And that would get asked a lot. And I was like, at first I was like, no, do whatever you want. Then I was like, well, do something. Come on, it's Halloween. Put on
Yeah.
a hat, put on a baseball hat, put on a bowler. I don't care. Just do something, for crying out loud. It's meant to be fun, right?
There was and this was a while ago, so I'm dating both of us. But one of your Halloween parties, I don't know if you remember who they were, but I did take a picture. They were dressed up as the Olsen twins.
Oh my God, how did I not remember this? The Olsen
And
twins.
it was, I think, a couple. I think it was a guy.
Really?
So the one guy has like a beard on and like a blonde wig. I'll have to send you the picture, see if you remember. But it was so funny because at first I was like, I'm like, oh, that's another guy just dressing in drag. So like, and I'm like, ha ha ha. He's like, there's more. And then like pulled over his friend or his girlfriend. They had like fake bottles of Xanax, and they're like, where are
Oh my gosh.
and I'm like, all right, that's creative.
Okay, that is creative. Okay, if you do have a picture of that, honestly, whenever you think of it, send it to me, because it kind of rings a bell, but not really. And I'm wondering who did that, because that is pretty funny. I like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, that is
I think
pretty
it,
funny.
I think it might have been, you might have been friends with the girl. You might have worked with her at the time or something, but
Probably. Oh my gosh.
but
Yeah, if you have that, please send it my way. That
that
would
that
be
was, and like they had like, they looked hungover, like, and then they had aspirin for their hangover. They had Xanax, they had their hair all disheveled. I was like, that's a pretty good costume.
that is. The more you say it now, I'm like, okay, that kind of rings a bell. That is pretty funny. That is really good. No, and I don't mean to, I don't want to complain, because there were a lot of people did dress up, which I loved. It was just the people who would say, do I have to dress up, that I would be ready to like bitch slap. I'd be
Well,
like,
I
come
was
on.
I was Sarah Palin, the last one you had. Pew 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 pew.
Pew pew. I do remember that.
I was a Maverick.
I remember you
I
rabble
was talking
rouser.
about the bridge to everybody.
And seeing Russia from your house.
Oh my Lord. I can see Russia.
Those were good times. My favorite that I did for myself were Dead Disco Diva, Death by Disco Ball, and then
I love Death by Disco Ball.
that was one of my favorites. And then my other was my Gothic Raggedy Ann, where I had like the grayish purple wig with the like sewn lips together. Yeah. I liked that one a lot, because I with the eye makeup, and I just loved, because it served me well, because I would like look at my friend and she's like, please don't, you're spooking me out, you're really freaking me out. And I was like, excellent, that is exactly what I was going for.
But yeah, no, those were always fun. And I remember another costume where they went all out. I remember our mutual friend JW dressing up as the guy from Spaceballs. Like,
oh yeah.
the like John Candy dog guy.
Yes. Didn't he also dress up one year as like the penguin?
I think so.
But I do remember what you're saying with Spaceballs. Yeah.
Yeah, he he took that assignment and he did it.
Yes, he did. He got an A plus. Yes,
He was
he
like,
did.
"Hey, Janine, like, is it just okay if like I show up with like a t-shirt and cargo pants?" And you're like, "No, it's not."
Absolutely not. You must show up in a full costume with makeup, head to toe. You got to have some stuff on. Yeah. I do, I'll admit I do miss those days a little, but it's just funny. You can't recreate stuff. Like I did those for years when I worked at Blue Cross, and then I think I did it 1 year after, and then I stopped doing it, and then I missed them, and I tried to like not bring it back because I only invited like a small group of people, maybe like 8 years ago, and it just sucked. And it was like you can't bring some things back. It's okay to just have the memories and go, you know what, those were really fun times, but they're done now. So now it's okay to just watch
Now
scary movies.
you could just go visit me at the ER for Halloween.
I will definitely
I'm
see if I can
sure
get a flight out.
I'm sure some people with the Olsen twin costume issues will show up.
Yes,
But
for
we are
sure. They will
not.
not be props though. They will not be carrying props.
No, they will be real.
Yeah, yeah. So hopefully nothing too tragic will happen. But I want to thank you so much for doing this. This was fun. And I am sometimes a procrastinator. So like I said, I have got my scary story next week, but I wanted to do something else that was kind of fun for Halloween. And like we said, tarot, it's not that tarot card readings are evil by any means or anything like that, but to me, I just kind of thought of them to tie into Halloween. So I'm
And like too, you can have fun with it, and it doesn't have to be so serious. And I do believe in it too. Like I think I usually do have a message for someone, but I had fun when you messaged me. I was having my morning Merlot, my day off, and I'm like, oh hell yeah, let's do this.
your morning Merlot. I love it. Yes. And we're
I didn't
going
have
to
work
talk.
the next day.
What's that?
I didn't have work the next day, so
Hey, you know what? I don't judge
it's
at all.
it's my night time during the day.
That's right. When you work different hours like that, and I can't even imagine, but you're flip-flopping things. So you got to do what the timing is for you that works. I
Yeah.
totally get that. Totally do.
6 a.m. open up something. Sort of.
Yeah, I feel you on that, and I don't even work nights, so but we'll talk more again. But I do want to thank you for doing the reading. That was fun, and I do like what you're saying because there are some good things happening. And oh gosh, Pumpkin is so excited that he is just snapping, but he knows because he's plotting all the bad stuff that he's got coming
Yeah,
up.
he's like, I heard my tarot card reading. You thought it was gonna be the lamp. Oh, guess what? It's gonna the one time he went, I had soda like in a like a pack of soda. He went through and decided to clomp and his nails in every single can of soda. So he's creative. He might just be plotting.
Oh my, yeah, he's taking this time now to figure out something really wicked. You guys are in trouble, I'm afraid. Forget the ER. You got to watch your front door, your back door. Pumpkin's up to no good. I could just tell. He's going to get creative this time around. Well, thank you again. I want to thank my guest, Michelle Morgan. And if you have any questions about tarot card reading, let me know and I'll pass them on to Michelle because she has fun doing this. So, to my listeners, I say thank you. I hope you had fun. This is meant to be something fun and lighthearted. And next week, please tune in for a scary story that I wrote. Hopefully, you will like it and not think it sucks. Yeah, and hopefully, I've been inspired a little. I watch way too much horror and murder stories, which sometimes it just gets to be a bit too much, but hopefully some of the good stuff kind of leaked into my brain and something good spooky will come out that's at least entertaining for you. So thank you to my listeners for being here, for supporting, and come back next week. I thank you, as I always like to say, from the bottom of my heart and the bottom of my wine glass.